Great human wild animal, immoral, an outlaw, keep watch over her. I was born in Illinois, main line of America. Beat to shit, Chicago tenement, big red eyes in the night, big red-eyed rats in the night, dead rats to tease at night. Morning I waited for the organ grinder with my nickel for the monkey's tin cup. Gingerbread man, cotton candy man, bad girl setting fire to the oil cans. Run like hell, escape on the iceman's truck. I was a limpin' ugly duck, but I had good luck. Mama filled me with fantasy. My bears danced at midnight. Even my toy box had a soul. Mama called me her goat girl, little black sheep. I loved my brother and sister, Todd and Linda. We drank each other's blood. We were double blood brothers. We rolled in fields like three white wolves. We practiced telepathy. No one could separate us. Our minds were one. One, little one eye. I had an eye patch. I walked like a duck. In the years, the nursery children called quack, quack. I didn't care. I didn't fight back. I floated off. Fantasy gave me fire. I was made of water. The moon caused tidal waves and I'd cry like a coyote. I learned to drift, magic, Tarapak. I paraded in disguises, and when people laughed at my carnival family, we didn't care. We had armor. Daddy was a tap dancer, acrobat, wild horse. Mama was the dream of every sailor, calling spirits from evening's half-moon dream weaver. We braved hurricanes. A new baby came. I named her Kim. The neighbors were suspicious. They called us witches, but we didn't care. We were laughing and dancing and damned, and there was always music. Hank Williams crying off the lonesomes, Funny Valentine, Patty Waters, Beat of the Drum, and Bartok, and Song of the Swamp Rat, and rock and roll music. Rhythms. Rhythms on my own. I had my own rhythms. Rhythm of a railroad, steam heat of the factory, Alabama blues on a migrant bus. But as a blueberry picker, I failed. I dreamed too much. The berry crop died, my mother smiled. I ran off, I traveled, I broke down, kept running. TB trapped in a lung, spitting on the railroad track. I shook, I drank, a little, rhythm of one too many rums. Drunk and broke down, I slinked home. I grabbed my sister's hand and away we run. We took a freighter to Iceland, a railway to Paris, Pigalle and wine in a black dress. I joined the fire eaters and sang in the streets, using all I learned from Lotta Lenya and Bob Dylan and motorcycle rock and roll. We lived near a wishing well. We milked goats and we captured snails and crawled back to New York. New York, my great love. Rise of the buildings, the flash of 42nd Street, the pool halls, the hustlers, the trucks along 10th Avenue, the helicopter yards, the ghost of Jackson Pollock, human shit and dead dogs floating on the Hudson River. Moving, I kept moving and dreaming of Panama, the heart of adventure, or the hot life of Mexico, or the dock worker, or the rhythms and the flash of white hair, winter, the jesters, the paragon, the rise of the blue heron. Breathe through the great rhythm, scream through the shepherd, scream through the shepherd, sing through that rock and roll music, rock and roll music, rock and roll music, rock and roll. Well, that's what I wrote in 1971, and I hadn't yet actually sung rock and roll, hadn't yet had a rock and roll band. When I wrote this, I was about, I don't know, 22, 23. But I always loved rock and roll, and I feel very privileged to have gotten the opportunity to infuse my poetry in rock and roll records.